Hello people, welcome back to yet another video. Let's talk about Arsenal. First of all, apologies for my voice. I got some really bad flu. It's not because of the Arsenal game, although you might think different. And yeah, this is unfortunately my first video for this season. I had some personal issues, so I couldn't go on with this, but the way we're playing this season, it wasn't a big of a loss. So this will probably be a bit longer video. I wanted to kind of catch up on the season in general and wanted to talk about our beautiful cup exits in 1 week, which unfortunately we all had to enjoy. So let's kick with it. First and foremost, tonight's FA Cup game, which was a horror show if you're an Arsenal fan. To be fair, I think that apart from Arteta, everybody else knew how this game will go on. We knew exactly how Manchester United will play. Fair play to them. It was stupid to expect they will come and just go all guns blazing. Obviously they're trying to stop bleeding. They got a very good result against Liverpool. You knew they will come, they will play from the back. There's no shame in that, no criticism. They did what they had to do, right? Were they lucky? I wouldn't say so. No, the ref, well, yeah, I mean, if Arsenal would win this game, I think that a lot of United fans would be pissed off with the ref. So lucky it didn't happen. They probably deserved to win anyway. So yeah, to get this out of the way, we can go on the players. Not a great performance. I think that everybody was shit today, to be fair. I was really disappointed in Odegaard. I mean, if you ever watched any of my videos, you know I love this guy. For me, he's one of the best players in the league, but tonight was, oh my god, this horror show. I don't know what's going on with this guy. I don't know if it's the injury. He's probably not got the fitness back yet, because it was a bad injury. I don't know if just Arteta kind of trying to control him. Every move he makes on this pitch, and he's his teacher's pet kind of player. But first of all, I don't understand why he's not shooting at all. He's probably one of the best shooters in the club, and he's not shooting at all. All those crosses, they were good crosses, don't get me wrong, they were always spot on. Unfortunately, we have Havertz up front. So Havertz is probably the biggest talking point tonight. I made a couple of videos on this guy, kind of flip-flopping with him. Again, if you watched my videos, I wasn't happy at all with the signing, right? I didn't understand it. Like most of the Arsenal fans, a lot of money, we gave it to our rival, helped them. Then he kind of started playing well, he scored a lot of goals, so I made a video which I said I look like an idiot, and I was happy about it, you know, like I was really happy. And now we're going to square one with this guy. I don't know, it's not just one game, it's just really like the last couple of games, but it wasn't only Havertz, right? Let's make that clear. Tonight's game, it's not on Havertz, it's on Arteta. And for someone like me who really likes Arteta, who really liked this kind of a project, you know, get a new young manager, develop him with the team, I don't mind it. I'm not a fan of doing what Chelsea, you know, City, PSG are doing. This goes, spend everything you can spend. I don't like that. But you kind of need to find a middle ground, right? And we still spend a lot of money, right? And this this team is totally Arteta's team. This is what he wanted. So apparently Edu didn't want Mourinho, as we all know, it was reported, but Arteta wanted him. So far I don't understand why. I mean, when we signed Mourinho, I was looking at it as of, okay, you're trying to kind of have cover for the midfield, which is okay because we have Partey and he's very injury prone, right? We have Rice, but we need someone else because you have Jorginho, but Jorginho is getting older, so it wasn't a bad signing, right? Well, it looked like not a bad signing. Right now, we are looking at this guy. A lot of people are kind of wondering what he is as a position. Is he attacking midfielder? Is he like more like someone who plays just in the center, kind of holding midfield, or you wanna controlling midfield, whatever the hell you wanna call him? He's not most definitely he's not a defensive midfielder, right? So what we have if we are playing with Rice as an 8 is, this is not his position. We all know that. We all saw that. The guy is a number 6. That's it. He's not a number 8. He should be number 6. And we saw a couple of times this season. I think probably our best game was against Liverpool. But we all know that our best midfield setup is Rice, Partey, and Odegaard. That's the midfield that should start the game. Partey has this, if you have Rice as this number 6, Partey can move freely up front. He can bump, he can do what he wants to do with the ball. Pass, make those good passes through the middle. Let's put it this way. He's the one that can make those great passes apart from Odegaard, right? And he can do it freely if he knows that he has this kind of safe net behind him in Rice's number 6, right? So don't play this number 8 Rice. I think I'm probably the voice of every Arsenal fan at this point of time. And when you have this setup, obviously Odegaard has a bit more of freedom. Now we all know that you can't replace your best player, which is obviously Saka. Probably that's the only good thing about our current form. Is a lot of people that were saying Saka is not world class, Saka is average, Saka is this, Saka. Now you can see how good Saka is, right? Now you see why he's so important, why he's so damn good. And even City, you can see, like, even a team like City, they struggled without Rodri, right? So yes, one player can affect you, right? Liverpool, when they lost Van Dijk, they struggled a lot as well. When Salah was not on form 2 years ago, Liverpool struggled a lot as well, right? So, yeah, but this game tonight, this is just Arteta. Like, this is all his fault, and he needs to take responsibility for that. And my initial thought on the season, when the season started, was this is the season when he needs to win, and he needs to win either the league or the Champions League. Even if somehow he would win, FA Cup and the Carling Cup, it's not enough. Like, that's not enough. That's not putting you back in the conversations of the big boys. And I think people will agree with me. It's not that I don't rate Carling Cup or the FA Cup. I love the FA Cup. Carling Cup or the League Cup, whatever. I'm not a big fan of that. For me, this is a cup where you can rotate, when you can give a chance for younger players to be around the first team. I'm not a huge fan of this tournament, but the FA Cup is big, especially if you're an Arsenal fan. This is our cup. We need to at least to make it to the semi-finals. And there are no excuses tonight. And the reason I'm saying this is on Arteta, because unlike last year, right? Last year I think we lost to Liverpool, and my video was basically saying that the players threw Arteta under the bus, which I still stand on, because we were playing not very good the first half of the season, but we were grinding the results, right? The setup was clear. Then the second half of the season was absolutely blasted everybody. Unfortunately, we still fell short. We took 4 points of City, we took 4 points of Liverpool, we took 4 points of Chelsea, I think we took 4 points out of Spurs, we took, I believe, 6 points of United, right? So those big 6 games, we took a lot of points, right? We were the best in it. So you can't complain on that front, right? The manager did his job. And it was a result where the players didn't perform. But this season, this is going on for like 2 months already. And because of this style play, and there's apparently no change from the manager, we already lost the league, right? Unless Liverpool do something crazy. And they go and they lost like 3-4 games in a row. And even then, I'm not sure we can catch up on them, because it looks like when they drop points, we drop points as well. But yeah, I mean, unless they do something crazy, we're not winning this league. We have no chance, basically. Then you have the Champions League. Forget about it. I think that we don't have the right to dream about the Champions League, because you need to win it at least once to be able to dream or perform well. That's not for us right now, especially after what I saw with Barcelona tonight. They spanking Real Madrid. I don't think we can beat Madrid. I don't think we can beat Barca. Even if we play this defensive style, who is going to score the goals? Saka is out for the season, apparently. God knows what happens with Jesus. And Havertz again. God knows what we get with him. Do you get the Havertz from last season against Chelsea, amazing game, or you're getting tonight's Havertz? Martinelli, what the hell has happened to this guy again. I understand that a lot of your players are out of form, but how the hell is that happened that all of them suddenly are out of form? Even the ones that should be on form are out on form, right? And when you see this going on for 2 months, like obviously there will be people who say, well, that's what we were saying to you, right? All those Arteta out group of people. And right now it looks like they had a very good point about it. You know, maybe they were seeing something that others didn't see, like myself. And my point with Arteta is still like, am I Arteta out or Arteta in? At this point of time, I'm not sure anymore. You know, like if Arteta is sacked tomorrow, I'm not going to be sad anymore. Like, that's the point. Am I Arteta out right now? I don't know. Really, I have no clue what to think anymore because, come on, everybody can see that we are not very good this season, right? We're still better than most of the teams. I would say we're probably still the second best team in the league, even though we lost to Newcastle, but we lost in the Carabao Cup. We lost to United tonight, but we already spanked them in the league. So we played Spurs away, we beat them. We played Newcastle away, we lost. We played Villa away, we beat them. We played City away. It was a very good game, unfortunately, because of the red card. But still, we got a very good result there, and they were still good back then. We played away at Chelsea, were complete shit, but still we got the result, or we got a draw. So we got a lot of those very, very tough games out of the way, and we're still second, right? But the problem is we're not playing good at all. And unlike last season and the season before that, the season like 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago, we are playing fantastic football, probably the most entertaining football in Europe. But we were leaking goals, right? And there were games where you would look and say, look, you have to calm down, you have to control the game. We didn't do that, we dropped points. That was the criticism, right? Last season we started slowly, we didn't play well, but we still got the results. Then second half of the season we absolutely smoked everybody. Fortunately, fell short. This season, only bad things happen. We don't play well. You can't say we really got a lot of results. We got some we didn't. And on top of that, we're already out of the cups. Just come on, we're not beating. I don't think we can beat Newcastle away, and I really don't care if we can or not. It doesn't mean anything at the moment, because even the FA Cup is gone. So now you have to go there, and you have to sacrifice it. And the biggest problem for me with the cups, why I'm so upset, after saying I don't care about the Carabao Cup, but the problem is we played our strongest team against Newcastle. That was the best team at our ground, and they completely dominated the game. That's the problem. All this 70% possession, that's good. Don't get me wrong, that's okay. But you have to do something with the ball. If you're passing left, right, you're not doing anything with it, right? And I watched the game against Newcastle, I watched the game today. First half, no shots on goal. And this is not the team. This is Arteta, because obviously he's telling the team, don't shoot, don't lose the ball that easy. Again, it's a good idea, but you need to score goals. So yeah, I mean it's actually crazy, and I think that I saw a lot of videos tonight with United channels, United fans. Obviously they were happy, and they were basically this narrative, they ended Arsenal season. I think they might have done even more. I think they might have ended Arteta's career at Arsenal, because he's not getting sacked tonight. I've been watching American sports since 2000. I'm a huge NHL fan, I'm a huge NBA fan, I watch MLB, I watch NFL. I know how Kroenkes operate. They're not sacking him tonight, no chance. If you dream of it, don't. They're not going to do it. The way they think is, they usually hire a general manager that has this task of doing whatever the hell they want to do. And then this general manager hires the coach he wants to work with, and then they kind of try to work with the resources they have and what can they achieve. Now Kroenkes want to win, but they want to win their own way. Unfortunately, Europe, we don't have the draft system, right? So there's no guarantee you're gonna go and draft. So for example, Colorado Avalanche, their NHL team, 2015 they were one of the worst teams in the league. 2016 they were the worst team in the league. They had absolutely abysmal season. 2021 I believe they won the Stanley Cup, or 2022, sorry. 2022, they won the Stanley Cup. They got there. They got the general manager, they got the coaches, they had Nathan McKinnon, was drafted, I believe, 2013, if I'm not mistaken, right? One of the best players, and they built around him. It took some time, but we don't have that, right? We can build around Saka, but we're not doing it. Because this smart business is not working, and they need to see it. Now again, I'm not saying go and buy everybody you can, right? That's not what I'm saying. I don't want that. But the 65 millions on Havertz, right? Okay, let's even forget about that. Last summer, we signed Calafiori and we signed Marino. Both were good signings, but those are backup signings. We didn't address anybody who can start. And Arteta didn't help himself, especially in my eyes, when just now, when the transfer window started, they asked him obviously, and the guy goes and says stupid things like, those are the best owners I've worked with. No, you worked at Manchester City, come on. Whether they cheated or not, that's a different story, but as owners, they are a dream to work with if you're the coach. Yes, the expectations are high, but they give you all the tools, unless you don't want to have any expectations and no pressure. So that's one thing you are not true about, right? The second thing is all this nonsense. We want to sign players that will affect the team straight away. Well, what did you do in summer then? You didn't address that, right? You signed players that are obviously backup players. They are backup players. Now you could argue Calafiori starts as a left back, but he's not a left back. He's a center back. He's not a left back, and he struggles, especially in England. And he gets injured every single day. And to be fair, Miles Lewis-Skelly looks better, to be fair. Which is, again, something that we can be proud of. He's a product of our own academy. But then we ask the question, right? We signed Marino and we signed Calafiori, combined, I believe, like 70 million, something like that. That was the money for Gyökeres, for example, right? Now I know that Nick Williams, he wanted to stay. There's nothing you can do there. Fine, it's not a problem. You need plan B, right? You need plan C, plan D. The alphabet has 30 letters. We could go and sign Gyökeres, right? We didn't do it. Again, I'm not criticizing Arteta just for this. I had questions for Edu. Time will show if Edu was to be blamed or not. But the Kroenkes, man oh man, they don't make it easy to like them as well. I'm not a Kroenke fan, you know it, I always say that. But unfortunately right now I look at Arteta differently. And I think that Arteta makes one huge mistake right now. Wenger did himself. I'm not putting Arteta in the same conversation as Wenger, but for me Wenger ruined his legacy when he allowed Kroenkes to use him as the shield against everything that happened in the club, right? And look at where did that get him. And Arteta is on the same way. But unlike Wenger, who delivered 3 titles, Champions League final, 2 doubles I believe it was, couple of FA Cups on top of that, right? So he won a lot of trophies in Arsenal. And he won the Golden Trophy. Arteta so far it's 1 FA Cup, that's all you have to show for. Yeah, I know the 2 Champions Shields, okay, you could add potentially, right? But at the end of the day, we all know nobody cares about them. So what's next, right? So you look at it and I don't know, I mean, this idea of he has the full season, there's no point sacking him now, right? What I mean by that is a lot of people saying just don't give him the transfer window, sack him, get another manager, but obviously we won't be able to get another manager and sign players in the transfer window. It's not going to happen, especially when you don't have a sporting director, general manager, whatever you want to call it. So what I would do is, I don't know, probably sign players, right? Because Kroenkes need to sign players. All this narrative, don't sign players, sack Arteta. They understand that if they don't sign players, they will not go out and say we will sack the manager at the end of the season, right? So they will have to do something like not sign players, don't give the money, but then come out back up Arteta, all the fans will be more pissed off, right? So obviously they have to go and sign someone. And if, let's be real, if they go and sign someone like even Benjamin Sesko, right? He's not a bad player. A lot of Arsenal fans would prefer Gyökeres. I'm still shocked that we didn't go for Osimhen, especially that he's like available for like 60 minutes, whatever it is. I think that if they go and sign one of them three, right, like someone, some big striker, big name, I think that a lot of fan base at least will come down towards the Kroenkes. Maybe go and try to sign another good winger, even if it's like a loan deal, not Sterling, for fuck's sake. Someone who is actually good, even if you go and push for, I don't know, like an Eze, potentially. I know it's not happening, I'm just giving a name there. Or even someone like Buemo, like just sign one player, big name, then go and get a loan for another, then at least the fans will see, okay, Kroenkes are moving. And then if Arteta doesn't deliver, sack him at the end of the season and get another manager. I think that even the biggest Arteta fans will agree that enough is enough, obviously. And as I said, Arteta is not, the guy is just not making it easy for himself. Now as for the season, is the season gone? Well, the cups are gone for sure. We're not beating Newcastle again unless we scored like in the first 5-10 minutes maybe. Then we can have a chance, but I just don't believe it. The Champions League, well, I don't know. It will be one of the biggest miracles. Probably will be bigger miracle than Porto in 2004, I believe it was, right? So yeah, for me, season is it's not gone, but I think it's kind of hard to even have hope for something. I wouldn't say it's gone because we still have to make the Champions League, right? I think we will finish second. Just that even teams like Newcastle, teams like obviously Nottingham is there, around Chelsea is around, City is still City. I just think they felt too far away from us. Chelsea has a very tough schedule. Chelsea played Arsenal at home, they played City at home, they lost, they couldn't beat us. They played Newcastle at home, they played Villa, I think they beat both of them, but still at home. Um, so, and Spurs away, right? So they have a lot of tough games. So I think they will drop a lot of points. Same applies to Nottingham. Newcastle again, they kind of look strange because one week they're amazing, the next week they're completely awful. So in this front, I don't think we'll have any problems making top four. I think we'll finish second. Fortunately, I don't think we're gonna win the league. And again, it's not a success, of course, but still, you have to be in the Champions League, right? If you want to go for big players, if you want to keep your own players, because Saliba, let's be real, if Real Madrid comes for Saliba with a big money, A, Kroenke agreed that deal, B, Saliba is gone, so forget about it. But at least the players like Odegaard, players like Saka, players like Gabriel, Raya, we have to keep those players somehow. Raya is himself, so you need to be in the Champions League, right? So on that front, we still have things to do, we still have goals to achieve. And in the Champions League, again, I don't think we're gonna win it, but at least make sure that you get to at least quarterfinal, right? Preferably to win it. Can't win it, I don't think we can. No, quarterfinal, semi-final, even better, right? So then at least you are on the map on the big players. They look at, okay, they can look at a team that made deep into the tournament, easy to attract the players. So it's kind of hard to say the season's completely gone. The trophies is probably gone, but the season I don't think so. Yeah, and the last point was is sorry, Kai Havertz. Yeah, this guy confuses me so hard. Maybe it's a bit of a crazy idea, but I think Arteta should try to play him on the wing, because at least then he can run, he can win positions. That's at least he's good at. I don't know how good he's crossing the ball, but from what I've seen, the guy at least he can control the ball. He can. I don't know what he can do, but he's not very good at the number 9 position, so at least try him there. Right now we don't have any options because half of the team is injured. Obviously Jesus is out, Saka is out, Trossard, Martinelli, just probably if you want to play all of them, just play, I don't know, Martinelli through the middles, Havertz on the left, Trossard on the right, or something like that. Or you can try even Sterling on the right, because right now we don't have many options. Havertz on the left, get Martinelli through the middle, something like that. You need to move them around somehow to try to maybe at least confuse the opposition, because they don't know what to expect from this, right? Because Sterling was good tonight. Again, that's all I'm gonna say about this signing. Not gonna all this hope that we can, you know, revive his career. Nah. As it stands right now, for me, when we signed him, my only question was he better than Reece Nelson? The answer was, for me, was yeah. So we kind of updated, not good enough, but at least we updated. Looking at it right now, I'm not sure he is even better than Nelson. Like, his Liverpool and City career, of course, it's a completely different story, right? But what he's showing in Arsenal shirt, I'm not sure. Tonight game was fine, okay, it was good, but he needs to do he needs to do way more than that. He lost the ball so many times inside the penalty box when either just shoot the fucking ball or just pass it. But yeah, obviously Havertz, I don't know. I mean, I probably would try to start him on the left, put Martinelli through the middle, or at least tell them to kind of swap throughout the game, try to confuse the opposition. Let's see, because Martinelli has this, ability to shoot well. At least that he can do, and he can run. So yeah, uh, it's not a fun week to be an Arsenal fan. I think probably could say not a fun month to be an Arsenal fan. And it's just 13th of January. Um, Looking at the transfer reports, yeah, Arsenal is not mentioned anywhere apart from the injuries, so no updates there. Again, apologies for my voice. Hope you liked the video. I tried to be as respectful as I can. Congratulations to United, they played well at the back, obviously. They did what they had to do, so fair play to them. And hopefully we can do some miracles this season and win at least something and make the fans happy. So that's it, guys. Again, apologies for my horrible voice. I hope for the next video it will be a bit better. And up to the next one.